Hello guys, I'm Gabby. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing my day with you. To be honest, this video was not planned, so this is going to be as real as it gets. I am working today on the mystery boxes for my monthly subscription.
The mystery box could be anything. It could even be a boat.
And I'm going to be doing some other bits for the shop, and I just thought I'll bring you along the day with me. So nothing is tidied and nothing was really prepared for this video, not even myself, but hey, I thought you might like to see what the day looks like, so let's do it. What time is it? It is 10 in the morning. I am going to finish my breakfast and then we're gonna get going with the day. The first thing I'm working on today for the mystery boxes are these handmade labels. I actually showed or shared a tutorial in my Instagram, a very simple one of how I made them. So if you are interested in seeing that, you can go there. But as you can see, this is what we're going for. This is what we're going for. This is what we want to get to. I am manually cutting this just because there's a nice crinkle to the paper because I used Tomo River paper, and I didn't want that to go away by sticking them on the cutting mats for the silhouette machines. So I just decided to cut them manually. So I am going to play one of my favorite videos, a YouTube video or something in the background, and finish cutting these guys. The labels are all cut now, and while I work on packaging these, I'm actually going to be cutting some stickers just to make the most out of the day and the time we have. I actually printed the stickers while I was working on the labels, and I have these very cute Easter stickers. Easter is coming, and I just thought the bunnies were, I don't know, they spoke to me, and so I decided to include these in the mystery box exclusively. Let me, maybe with some paper in the back, you'll be able to see them a little better. How cute are they?
That's the cutest fucking thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
So I'm going to be cutting this while I package the labels. I have 3 silhouette machines. I actually have 4 because I have 4 going up there. But I'm just going to be sticking to the 3 I have here for this cutting. That one is kind of like a backup. For some reason, that one is not as good as the other ones, or it tends to cut or give me misaligned cuts a lot more often than this one. And then of course I have the 2 cameos, which are fantastic. It never happens with them. And the machine is loaded now and the stickers are there, so we're now gonna send them for cutting. Changing my settings here. This is washi paper, so I am going to make sure I'm using the right settings for that type of paper. I actually use white full cut for washi full cuts as well. And we're gonna send. That's the first machine. You can probably hear it there in the background. Second machine going. And here goes the third one. So registration actually failed in all of the machines. If you have cutting machines, you will know this means the machine wasn't able to read the guidelines here. I've had Silhouette open in my computer for probably 3 days, so that sometimes happens. To make sure I get a good read as well, I'm gonna go in and clean all the sensors with a little brush under here and cleaning them, restarting Silhouette Studio, and restarting the machines as well should fix it all. So I've just come to notice that it's actually the registration mark in the stickers that didn't print correctly for some reason. Like, this is what it's supposed to look like. I actually just drew that one with a marker. So that's what I'm going to do in all of them. I'm going to draw them with a marker, and hopefully that's going to fix my issues. You guys, cutting stickers is a consistent love-hate thing for me. I love my machines and I love making stickers, and it's like the best experience when the process is smooth, but very often I find myself just trying to deal with loads of little technical issues with the machines and things like that, which can make the process a little frustrating. Sometimes. So we're gonna try to fix these and let's see how that goes. Success, you guys. Now we have to wait to see if the cut is actually good, because the registration marks were done manually, or at least this one was, the bottom one. That might lead to inaccurate cuts. So if that does happen, these stickers will go to oopsie bags, and then I'll just print them again with the proper registration lines and cut them. But hopefully this should be okay. So the first round of stickers is ready, and we're gonna check them now. I'm just gonna take them off the cutting mat. Oh no. We're gonna remove them. Okay, we didn't. We have a couple of bad cuts here. We're going to see what's going on here. So you can see that the machine didn't really go through the backing. So I'm gonna actually save this sticker and cut it manually with my scissors. So most of them actually turned out perfectly. I don't know if you can see cutting lines there. I think you probably can. So that worked out. Guys, I am kind of new to cutting washi paper. So I still, even though I've played with my settings quite a lot, I still get sometimes like the paper lifts up in the little corners, like here for example. I don't know if you can see that. But anyway, if you have any tips for that, if you know how to cut washi sticker paper without getting those little tips, please give me all your tips, because I need them. But other than that, the cuts are actually quite well, so the fixing of the cutting lines actually works. So I'm gonna keep cutting this and keep packing this. I don't really know if you guys can hear me well because the machines are going, but while we're cutting in there, I am now going to pack these to go in the mystery boxes. So for that, I'm going to use a little bit of a nice backing so that people can see them clearly when they open them, and I have some just simple plastic bags. The stickers and the labels are now ready, and I am working on these vellum patterns that are going to be included in the monthly mystery box as well. They're just these very delicate, very neutral patterns with some script. I think script just, especially vintage style script, just makes everything look and feel so elegant. So if you have been following me for a while, you will know that I use it a lot, not just in my products and designs, but in my just personal journaling and creative sessions as well. So I'm gonna finish formatting these guys for printing, and then I'm gonna go and print them. Hi guys, so it is 12:30 p.m. now. The printers are going up upstairs, which is why I'm here. I am cutting the A5 vellum for the mystery boxes, not cutting, printing. And there's about almost 90 A5 vellums to be printed, so I'm just gonna leave that going, and I'm gonna go have my lunch, and I'm gonna go for a long walk. I am actually training for a 10k at the moment, and I was supposed to be doing a run today, but my knees are a bit injured, so I am instead gonna go for a walk, and then maybe when I'm back I'm gonna soak my legs in some Epsom salts, like we'll see depending on time, and then I'll be back to work to keep working on the mystery boxes. Vellum is printing. The labels, the vintage labels are ready. The sticker, the Easter ones are ready, but I still have quite a few things and elements to get through for the boxes. I don't think I'm going to finish them today, but I do think I can make a lot of progress in the afternoon. So see you later.
2 hours later.
Hi guys, it's 2:30 in the afternoon and I'm back after my walk. I am drinking my iced matcha. It's very nice outside. It's still quite cold, but it's definitely starting to feel like spring. So yeah, I took 2 hours to have my lunch, go for that walk and look after myself. Something that has been really hard for me since the beginning of my shop and becoming a small business is to actually prioritize taking that time for myself and the things I need. Because the truth is that when you are self-employed, your entire income depends on how much you work, and there's always something to do. There's always going to be more to do, and I am the only person working in my business at the moment. So last year I ended up the year feeling quite burnt out, because just the thought of taking time during the day to go pursue anything else, like a fitness goal or a health goal, or go for a walk, or basically do anything that wasn't related to the business, felt like a waste of time and like an unproductive thing to do. But the truth is that when you are not looking after yourself and when you are depleted, you are not being productive, and you cannot bring the best of you and yourself onto your business. And that is a lesson that I had to learn the hard way. And I'm not gonna lie, it still takes me sometimes a little bit of push, and I sometimes have to push myself and remember myself that I have to take that time for myself, that it does make sense to work 15 hours a day at the cost of my own health and my energy. So that has been one of the hardest things about starting a business, and I know for a fact that many other small business owners will feel the same. So I just thought I will share so you know that you're not alone. The next item that's going to go in this box is going to be a handmade journal. It's going to be an A6 size, and I am working on the cover right now. So for this one, I actually decided to create the cover. I usually use handmade papers or other like pre-made elements for the covers of journals, but this design is actually part of an upcoming collection, and I don't know, I'm just working on it at the moment, and I felt inspired to use it in this box. So I'm going to complete this and I'm going to prepare it for printing, and I am going to print all the covers for the journals and then get on to the next product. While things are printing upstairs, we're coming down to my storeroom, which is a bit of a mess at the moment. As I said, there's no plans of recording a video today, but here we are. So I am going to need a couple of things that are going to be included in this box. So I'm just gonna grab a little basket, and so we can bring things we want upstairs. So the first thing that's going to go in this box is a sample of one of my new pet tapes, which are coming to the shop in, I think, early April. I don't have a date yet, and I don't know when this video is going to be live, but early April is a good estimation. It's called Spring in My Journal, and I explored a bit of a different creative style with this tape. I usually go with illustration. I love just illustrations and just like, I don't know, I think they bring a special type of charm to my pages and our journals. But here I experimented with more realistic elements, not just photography, but everyday life elements like paper clips, and even the florals are basically dried flowers or pictures and snapshots of dried flowers rather than anything illustrated or hand-drawn. So I am curious to see how you guys like this too, and I'm excited to use it in my journal as well. So I'm gonna grab a couple of them for the samples, and we're also going to be grabbing some stamps over there. Don't judge me, this is a work in progress. This is the stamp that's gonna go in this month's mystery box. I am actually loving this stamp. I've been using it a lot in my own journaling, just as a background and just to create like a little bit of texture behind bigger elements and florals. You guys know I love everything script. I think this is the second time I say this in this video. So yeah, this one is going in this month's box. This one hasn't launched on the website yet. It's probably coming at the same time as pet tapes, so early April. I am now moving on to the handmade journals. I have printed the covers here. Let me put this down so you can see better. They're actually still printing. I don't know if you can hear printer or not, but we're gonna cut the covers and we are going to cut the pages of it as well. And then I am going to set them out in little piles so that I know exactly how many journals I have, and then I can go one by one and start binding them. So I have the covers, and just to show you the whole process for cutting, I am going to take, each journal is going to have 24 pages, so for that we need 3 A4, and we're just going to cut exactly as we did the covers. And once I have these, I'm going to, so this is going to be one journal, and I'm going to pair that with one of the covers, and I'm going to set them aside like this so I can do the binding, which I'll show you later. So here's the vellum papers. I still have to cut them because I print them in A4, but maybe so you guys can see it better if I put it against a white background. I really like, oh, stickers came out fine. You can see here they're just very subtle and delicate and almost minimal, but I really like them. So I am definitely going to be making a couple for myself as well, and these are going to go in the mystery boxes for March. So I'm now going to cut them out and get them ready for the boxes. I have all the vellums and I have matching papers as well ready for them. So what I am going to do now is just pack them. So every box will get, each box will get 4 different designs of this vellum paper, and then each box also will get 2 printed papers, which is kind of in the same style of the vellum. So it's a little nice paper set for journaling, or to add like Dutch doors and things like that to your journals, or to bullet journals, or I don't know. Your creativity really is the limit. I've now cut all the journals, so you can see here we have the covers and we have the internal pages, and the next thing we're going to be doing is scoring them. Scoring isn't really a necessary step. I think you can probably get away without scoring, but in my personal opinion, it is a much better user experience when you do. Like, it's much easier to actually use the journal when you do. So if you have a scoring board, I'll definitely recommend doing it. And if you don't, then you can always just grab or get like a ruler or something like that and bend your paper, and make sure you create that bend so that your journal closes up and opens up a little bit smoother. Let's say it's never going to be perfect because they're handmade and it's the nature of handmade products, but it definitely helps a lot, I think. Okay, I've scored them now. It is much easier to fold them now. I'm actually not going to try to fold them just yet, just this one. As you can see, it's much easier. And then you have your cover as well. And the next thing I'm going to do is to just repeat this with all journals, and once this is done, we're going to come back and we're going to bind them. So here they are, and we are now ready to bind them. So I am just going to use a regular stapler for these today. If I had a lot more time than I do, I'll probably sew them, but, or actually, guys, maybe I should try. No, we're gonna go with the stapler and keep going as scheduled. This is something I do a lot, which is to have something planned and then to have an idea in the middle of doing the work and completely derailing that onto doing something else. And I'll have to say, most of the times when I do that, I end up with something nicer than I initially planned, but it is definitely not good for time management. So we're going to stick to the plan, and I'm going to use a stapler for these to make sure that they are neat and as neat and as aligned as possible. I guess we could see is I am going to open them, make sure that they are super aligned. You see that there's no gaps in between the paper and the cover, and once I have that, I am going to open it and put a little piece of paper on it so that we don't leave any marks on the cover or the paper, and then use a little clip to keep it together. Once I have that done, we're gonna take our stapler and we're just gonna clip that. Run out of staple. Okay, we need some staples here. Now, who knows where they are? And there you go. Now, the last step, which I usually do all the binding first and then go through this, but I'm going to show you guys now, is to trim the edges. We want a neat notebook. See this? We don't want that. We don't want the edges to be uneven. This top one seems fine. Looks like the bottom might need a bit of trimming as well, and definitely the sides. So you're going to need a very good trimmer for this, because you do have to go through quite a few layers of paper. A nice little handmade journal. The journals are now ready and they're all individually wrapped in their own package. And this is going to be the end of my work on this mystery boxes for today. You can see everything we got done today. And what I have left for tomorrow is we have some stickers to cut, and I have a journaling card to print and cut as well, and then they're going to be ready to be packed and shipped to their new homes. Hi guys, so it is now 5 in the afternoon and that's going to be the end of work for now for me. My partner is out collecting our daughter. I have a 2-year-old. If you didn't know, I do speak a lot about her sometimes. He's out collecting our daughter from daycare and he's coming home, so I'm gonna pause so we can have some family time and I can enjoy some time with my daughter and have dinner. And I will probably come back after she goes to bed tonight. I'll probably be working on a couple of different things, new designs, upcoming products, and then I'll finish the mystery boxes tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. If you're here, I appreciate you. If you like this video, don't forget to give us a like because it really helps us. And let me know if you'd like to see more videos like this.